week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Bulls and the Thunderbirds under the lights on Monday night.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Tonight, we march to the finish of Week 12 with a strong Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Bulls of Chicago taking on the Thunderbirds of Brooklyn.
Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And whistle blown, a timeout. And it's taken by the kicking team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10. A run with Davenport. Shifts high at the 15. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Oh, able to avoid him. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2nd and 6.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. When you look at this defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback in most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now 3rd down and very long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first downs. This defense, they've come to play, and they're the better of the 2 units here so far.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
Looking to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reber. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
On 2nd down, Nichols. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Reber. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Now back to nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. But you look at this defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because, guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They'll look to throw here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Fair catch, signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Weaver. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Into the hands of Nichols.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. He'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Throw here, that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. Take it at the 37. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Second and 9 now. He finds his man complete. It's Carroll. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They're going to look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make...
Very good. Now look at this. Big game, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man complete. It's Carroll. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. This is Davenport. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Shifts by him. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. A loss
So for that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
At the 20-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get through here, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Shoves him aside. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Nichols. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
On the give, this is Nichols.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off the plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 4.
Throw left side complete. That's Nichols. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
The kicker fest so far, all points via of field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. On the carry, it's Nichols.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw again. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year.
And the Bulls are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Now the try here for the point after. And that'll make it 13-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to... The big fella! And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 2. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure late.
It's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
They'll throw now on the final play. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. The Nighthawks need to string a few wins together here down the stretch, but this last one moves them back above 500 at 6-5. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Chargers keep their already slim playoff hopes alive, but at 4-7, another loss would likely put an end to any postseason dream. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. And they'll run it with Davenport.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A quick throw going to be caught by Hamilton. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Keep the sticks moving. Keep them moving.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's done. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
They'll run with Nichols.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him the first down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here's Nichols.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
At the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Pass incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Second down and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
This is taken at the 18. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.